What up, what up? Bankroll 10 bedded up. Back on another video. No, I'm just playing. What's up, y'all? Let's see what we got going on today. Yes, I'm still working on the Chevy. I don't know if I showed the plates are back in there. I haven't welded those in yet. Of course, that's gonna be angled and stuff like that. Boom. I gotta fit the rear end up in there before I can take it off the frame. So the coilover tabs gotta be up in there. The anti-roll gotta be up in there. Everything gotta be set. The housing gotta be totally done to where it can get powder coated too. So I got all the body mounts out, except for two in the front right underneath the doors because the lens is in the way. But anyways, yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Got that killer Chevelle back in here again. Oh man, is it more work? Is it rework? What's the business? Anyways, the car has, I don't know if it's original, but all the steering components that are on it, it's got the old style clamps for the tie rod sleeves. I don't like that shit. The last time the car was here, for me to go over it, do some adjusting, shit like that. I forgot what I did to it last. But anyways, the wheel in the front, you can see just a little, I mean, it's turned a little bit, but this car's always had like it's cambered in just a little bit. The tops of the wheels are in just a little bit. But it's got QA1 upper and lower control arms on it. It's got coilovers on the front. So obviously this is the new shit that's out there. Pro Forged by Holley. These are top of the line steering components, the best out there. Comes basically powder coated. So like Moog and stuff like that, they come on raw steel. So any type of moisture, first couple times of driving the car, having the car out, washing the car get wet underneath. The tie rods and the center link and the idler get rusty. So as you can see, again, it's a powder coat. Boom. They got black boots, black grease boots. Moog is now owned by Precision, or however that goes. So Moog, when it was Moog, 100% Moog, they had black boots, the grease boots. You know? Well, now all the Moog stuff comes and it has blue boots. Who in the hell wants blue boots underneath your front suspension? I mean, I can understand the red, high energy suspension, stuff like that, whatever it's called, energy suspension. They got red boots and red bushings and red this and that, and people do red, you know, control arms or whatever. But to have blue, so anyway, this is the first time getting these, and at first I thought this was a raw steel. But these are the outers. See where the zerk fitting is? That's the outer. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on now. That's an outer too. I have to double check. So this is the first time. Every set that I've been getting has been black. This is the first time I've seen these. And again, it's a powder coat. It's not raw metal. So I could even put a little black on this. I could paint it, you know. But now I gotta look at that location. Double check, make sure I have everything before I take the car apart, because the car is gonna be for the ride out. So I gotta get the car in the air, go over that stuff. Let me double check all that, boom. But yeah, Pro Forged, and then they have aluminum tie rod sleeves, which is like how these Hodgkins are right here, is the badass adjustable sleeve instead of having the clamp style with the bolts. That is the Chevelle number, which would be a 5/16, I do believe, or 5/8. Or maybe it is 11/16. I don't know, but that, we're gonna find out if that's the correct one. I'll bolt this stuff up, put this shit together, but I'm gonna double check the car first, get it up in there. So maybe I'll pause this or put this video together with another video once I get it up in the air. But yes, this is that killer. It's on the 85 now, so that's even more horsepower. So y'all want to play, you know this man gets down 150 on the E-way and shit. So, all right, I'll be back with. I'm gonna show you the underneath. Bet it up. All right, y'all, I'm back. So, got her up on the lift. As I was going through these parts, I had noticed the two silver parts that were right here, the silver colored ones. They actually are back in the box. They actually ended up being the exact same. So they were outers, just like those, except they were silver. So the threads, right hand thread, left hand thread, inner tie rod, outer tie rod, different, boom. So they got to be taken back, but they can't get them for who knows how long, a couple days, week, whatever. So those got to go back. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this other stuff on here, and of course the QA1 sway bar that's in here. So like I said, I was gonna go up underneath the car, show you guys the front. All right, so this is the stuff that's on here. So it's got the QA1 uppers, got the QA1 lowers, got the, I think it's QA1 up in there. It's dirty. The car is street driven all the time. It's had some issues here and there, blah, blah, obviously. It's a street car. So what I noticed here is that this has like that somewhat color on here once I wipe the grease off. But the boot, I was like, what the hell's wrong with the boot? Because I noticed the Zerk fitting on the inner tie rod always goes on the inside edge right here, closer to the oil pan. And the outers, you know, go right there. But what's not there, guys? No Zerk fitting. Oh, there's no Zerk fitting there either. So I was looking at the boot. I'm like, how the hell did they get grease in there? So look at the boots. See the rip in them? So they had the boot. They ripped it apart, put the grease in there, and then put the boot. Slid the boot back over it from the top, or you know, whatever. So it was stuck in there. So anyways, these are the inners. I'm gonna have to reuse these right now, which they don't have play in them. It's just, this shit's old, these clamp bullshit. The boots, again, you know, this one, well, let's see, this one has a Zerk in it. But that's pretty damn soft. Like, there's no, I guarantee there's no grease in there. This is just flaked, a little bit probably. Anyways, so, brand new stuff. Always better to go with brand new stuff. This shit's been on here, who knows how long. Somebody did put the stuff on there, counter keys and shit in there. This little weak ass stock, maybe the parts place or some shit like that back in the day. It might not be a stock one, but it's real small, real fucking small. So obviously we know QA1, fatter sway bar. You want the bigger sway bar, better handling, more control. All right, so I'm gonna get the sway bar off of here, get the tie rods and everything off. And then I did open up the tie rod sleeves. And these are the Hodgkins. So you got the adjustable sleeve. It used to be stamped along the side of it. Hotchkiss, however the fuck you say it, but now it's got a H in there. It's a nice powder coat. So when you tighten these up, you want to use a crescent wrench. You adjust it all by hand because it goes on there real nice. You know, you can adjust it all by hand. Then when you do your final, when you hold this piece, you want to hold this piece with a wrench that's big enough or an adjustable wrench, a crescent wrench that doesn't have any teeth in it. Then you hold this piece and you do the jam nuts. Bam. So you got your left hand thread, jam nut, your right hand thread, jam nut. But yeah, these things are, I mean, very, very, very light. So yeah, I'm gonna get all this stuff on here, bolted up. The bracing on this car, I know I showed you guys this before. I did not do the bracing, but it's not bad. I did the bracing on the rear end, built the rear end. And brace, did the super drop boxes, did the coilover brackets, the cross brace that's in the car. Yeah, I did the cross brace that's in the car. The original gas tank was in here when I did it, so there was barely any room right here. The corners of the tank were actually flexed up a little bit from when these were originally put on, so it ended up with like little cracks in it or some shit. But anyways, they went with the, I believe this is a Rick's tank. The only way to go. Stainless, not aluminum, or maybe it is aluminum. But anyways, cross brace, coilovers. These are the coilovers that were on it. These are double adjustables. Car rides good. It tears it up. That 12 bolt is hanging in there. It broke stuff before, but it broke stuff that was old. Anyways. Got them bogies. Got them floating caps. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get to cracking on this. Maybe I'll put another little part to this when I get it bolted up. Yep. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim. I'll be back in a minute. What up? What up? What up? Bankroll Tim bedded up. You know I got that 4K on with that 60. What is it, Jaden? What's it? 60. What's the 60 for recording?
Frames per second.
Huh?
Frames per second.
Frames per second. I know you. If you got some, we got some geeks out there. You know what I'm talking about, but I didn't know what I was talking about. Shit. But anyways, look, boom, tubs are in it. Boom. I got the rear end all fabbed up over here. Got it on a little rotisserie. Look. Now I can paint the rear end with, you know, that trusty, dusty old semi-flat paint. Get this bitch all wetted up so that way I can set it up in the car. Got the other one sitting over there, which would be looking like this one. And I think the width of them are about the same. That one hasn't been cut yet. But then we got old Sideways Productions Jordan in his house.
What's going on, Tim?
He over here bedded up.
Yep.
Next door to kill them all. Bleeding the brakes on the Chevelle. He just put a master cylinder and shit on it. Trying to get some brakes. So that's what he's doing right now. Him and my kid were bleeding them. Now he's about to bleed the back, see if the pedal comes up some more. Probably just got some air up in there somewhere. Trapped up in there.
We're gonna figure it out, you know. We're just trying to get this car to run up and drive down the street like it should.
Did an alignment on it.
Yep.
The other day. It's been sitting here, you know, free storage. No, just playing.
Don't mind Tim's jokes either. You know, Tim be telling a lot of black jokes, but you know, we be hitting back a lot of white jokes too. So it's kind of like one of them.
They be calling me a honky. Motherfucker.
Don't be sensitive when it comes to the jokes and shit.
So just for anybody that knows, yes, I did an alignment on it. And that's all it was here for, was alignment. Now Jordan over here doing some work to it. I'm not doing work to it. I'm trying to get this lined out, finished up, which is very, very, very close. I was hoping to get it rear end set up in here tonight. Get the brackets welded on for the coilovers. The bottom ones are obviously already on. The rear end, as you can see, some multiple old super drops, boom. Oh, look at that, guys. Look, I'm not hiding my welds. I never hide anything. Not hiding them. So you see where I narrowed it. Boom. And now it's in the center of this. So now the narrow, and then, you know, where it's welding. Boom. Then the outside, and the inside of the super drop. So it's all together. I did put the backing plate on here for the brakes to see where the caliper would sit, and it's got plenty of room there, which I'll show that a little bit later. I didn't like how this little lip is right here when the backing plate goes on here, so I'm probably gonna have to file that down some. So for you guys putting Willwood brakes on and you're tightening the shit down, you got to tighten it down evenly, or you might have to use a little grinder to get in here and get this lip down for the backing plate to go on here square. If you look at it and you end up with a gap on this side, no gap on this side, then when you go to shim, I mean, it's shimmable, but you still don't want it to be cocked all crooked, and then when you're shimming it, you're trying to shim like, you know, 4 or 5 shims on the top and no shims on the bottom. I mean, you can do that as long as you get it squared, but just to watch out for the backing plate when you put the backing plate on here. Same thing this side, which, I mean, you guys can see that's a big ass lip right there. Let's see, get my finger out the way, boom. That is a big ass lip. So when the backing plate goes over here, it hits the edge of this. So the other thing you could do is you could take the back of the backing plate. Let's see, where am I standing? Oh, all right. So you guys know I get rid of the e-brake shit. There's no point in this e-brake shit being on there. I wish they would sell this shit without this e-brake shit. If they want to save money, they should just sell it without this e-brake shit. I mean, if you had a stick car and you still had your e-brake and shit like that, but with bigger rims on the front, your e-brake cable comes in the way. Because of the inner wheel well and shit like that in the front and frame notching. But anyways, this right here, you can take this edge and bevel this edge down so that way this edge will fit over that edge of the housing end. So that is probably what I'll do. I'll just hit in here with the grinder and then get it to fit square against there. So little things, you know, just because you bought something brand new doesn't mean it fits and works right. You know, and people overlook things, and then if you have somebody that doesn't know what they're doing and they're cheap and they just bolt that backing plate on your housing and then it doesn't line up, or a week later now your caliper's grinding on your rotor because the pad done wore down on an angle, whole bunch of little BS. But anyways, yes, trying to get this rear end painted. I'm yapping on the phone, I'm making videos. I don't even know if my phone told me earlier there wasn't enough storage, so who knows if I'll get a 25-minute video out of this, but I'm trying. But that is all fabbed up. I cleaned the housing with the drill and the bushel head. Boom. I can clean it a little bit more. Now that I know, you know what, you can't spray it with brake clean, because if you spray it with brake clean, it makes the paint, it sucks the clear right out of the paint, or the gloss right out of the paint. I think I said that before in a couple of my other videos. But I can clean it up some more before I put the paint on it. But then again, the paint is covered up real good. The workbench. Yeah, I would have been done with the rear end and had the rear end painted last night, but I ran out of welding wire and welding gas at the same time. I ran the welding gas all the way down till my line pressure gauge was down, which right now, why my line pressure gauge is down, this gauge must be leaking a little bit, or something's leaking, because normally this one doesn't drop. It stays up at like 23. Bottle pressure, brand new, as you can see, over 2,000 pounds. So that was $180 fucking dollars today. And then the wire, you know, they used to be 30 for a 10-pound spool. The wire used to be like 30 bucks, $32 for the cheaper stuff. Let's see that box somewhere. Oh, right here. What is this? KT. Okay, the cheaper stuff, but now this shit's up to like fucking $50 for a 10-pound spool. But that's all this machine holds, 10-pound spool. But anyway, so I had to get the gas, and I had to get it today, because if I would have waited till tomorrow, I'd have been totally out, and then I wouldn't be able to finish what I need to finish on this car. But like I said, the rear end is totally fabbed except for the tabs for the anti-roll, which you can't do that until you get it all set up in here. Cross brakes, of course, you guys know, is up in there. Boom. So I got to clean the little areas where the coilover tabs are going to go and where the anti-roll tabs are going to go. I'll get the anti-roll up in there. Boom. Tag those in. I'll get the control arms in here. Boom. So I'm going to paint that. And then while that's drying, I'll be able to put the control arms and everything in here. I'm pretty sure I got brand new bolts. And then remember, guys, car side, you got to remember, I keep sticking my finger on there and it keeps fucking up the film. But anyways, so the hole that's in the frame, it's either a 1/2-inch hole or a 9/16 hole. If you put a 1/2-inch hole and a 1/2-inch bolt in a 9/16 hole, it's gonna clunk, 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 clunk. Even when you tighten the piss out of it, you will eventually find that bang, 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 bang. And you start getting noise. Then you notice your rear end is moving, all kinds of stupid shit. This one, obviously, would be the only place it would move, would be there. So whatever that hole is the bolt size I'm gonna use. I have different inserts for the arms. And you guys know what I mean by inserts. Hey, look, I don't even know what I'm, oh, there you go. So inserts like this. So this is a metric one, so that is a metric hole. It's got the line on it, but you got 1/2-inch ones that take a 1/2-inch bolt, and 9/16 ones take a 9/16 bolt. Then this still fits in the arm, same way. Boom. I got the brackets, boom, for the coilovers. The coilovers are sitting over by my desk, put together. Anti-roll is right here, still in the plastic. Uppers are right there in the plastic. Lowers are over here. One is out. So there you go on a bolt. This is a 9/16 bolt. So I might have already checked this car and noticed that it was a 9/16 bolt. So there's that. And then I did find the other sway bar link for the car. It was sitting right here, hiding from me in all that dirt and all that mess. You know, that's that shit that I need, is somebody to come in here and just clean and organize. And I wouldn't care if they just walked in and look at the dunk right now. My son, I had him put that elbow grease in it, spray it with that cleaner wax, blew it off with the air hose, sprayed it with the cleaner, or wiped it out with the cleaner wax, and he actually used too much of it, so it was like smeared. So then I went back over it. The car is going to get painted. It's just the car looks better and the shop looks better, obviously, like that, than sitting there with that much damn dust on it and dirt. This one I've wiped down so many times. I've wiped the wheels down so many times. But yeah. So they're over here getting it in. There's the old master. There's a new master, and it had a new booster on it. It's got new lines and all that. We'll bed it up in there. He finally got a haircut.
No.
Take it off, bro.
YouTube cannot
finally,
see it.
You better take that hat off.
Nope.
You want to get fucked up?
You want to get checked, motherfucker? I'll put you in place. I swear to God. I swear to God.
There's something wrong with this little motherfucker. Hey, look. He got his dirt bike all waxed up. What's the wax I'm talking about? All right, here you go, guys. Hyper dressing. Dude, I'm telling you, this shit is the shit. Look at that. Engine bays, undercarriages, wheel wells. Anyways, I got stuck there for a second. But it's some killer shit right there. Better. I used to always use the McGuire's spray wax, but no, that's the shit right there. There's that front end that I was talking about, y'all. That front end will be stretched on both sides to fit underneath the front of my car. So there you go. If somebody's gonna steal the idea.
Hey, we not going turbo no more.
Oh yeah. Look what the kid did. That's a 471, which obviously wouldn't do shit on there, but he done put the carb spacer on there, set it all on there. Obviously that's small block intake, obviously not for a big block. He's got the turbo header sitting there again. I haven't had time to pull the motor out so I can redo the motor mount so the turbo header will fit. But yeah, clean up this side over here, stacked my rear wheels up. Got to clean up Zal's wheels again. The other ones are actually clean because they were up against the wall the other way, but these two got dirty. We'll be cleaning this up, trying to make it all look better in here. Boom. Cutlass, box edge, dump, Chevelle, Bonneville. I mean, shit. We got all the cars in here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You guys say Jordan don't work. Look at that. Let's see what we got over here, y'all. You don't mind, bro? Look at this. Look at the Malibu day. It's a Landau, y'all. See that fat trim right there? It's a Landau. Like I was saying before, anytime you see that it's fatter right here, that's a true Landau car. If it has the little bitty line of metal, it's not a Landau car. So with windows, it's a Landau window. This window doesn't go farther back in here. The car is actually thicker here. So it's a smaller quarter window than a regular window. So if anybody breaks your window and you're non-Landau, you got to get non-Landau. If you're a Landau, boom. I don't know if these broads out there still be breaking windows and shit, but yeah, Malibu. This one is an 80. So you can see how the grill to the headlight bezel. You can see how it fits like that. 81 is similar, but I think the 81 looks better than this, but it's similar. But 79, you know, 78 and 79 has that. Oh, there's a difference in here, and the grill's smaller and shit like that. Got them 24s on there. It's got the fat chrome. Probably gonna get some wind noise. No frame notch at all. No tub work. Got bolt-in coilovers on the back. It's got oh, I didn't even notice that, but the Willwood brake kit. The Willwood brake kit. Let me see something. Oh yeah, there's no frame notch, no. But the Willwood brake kit is on the opposite way. I guess it's different, but it does. If you were to narrow this car, it would be into that area, so that would have to get changed to back there to clear more, because the frame rail goes in more back there. But I just noticed that. Oh, you can see he's touched a little bit. Needs an anti-roll. No anti-roll. RIP Haas, Ed's race cars. He did the suspension on this car. He recently passed away. Real good guy. Known him for many years, since I was young as hell. Sad day. It was a couple weeks ago, but he did the suspension setup on this car. Boom. 9-inch bolt-in coilovers. I think it's just a little small block car, but it's a clean car, very clean. And then you see how the taillights are. 80 taillights are the only ones that are like this flat lens with the white in the middle like that, but they're it's flat. 80 is its own. But yeah, figured I'd get this thing on film. I know a couple other people done seen it and put it on video, but there it is right there. I've seen a couple pictures of it. Very light trimming to the front fender for turn. Doesn't have a frame notch in the front. But it's got QA1 uppers, QA1 lowers. Again, I'm just filming it. I didn't do no work to this car at all. Don't need people saying that I said I did this and I did that. But yeah. Look how dirty the boo is. See, 79, it's white in the middle, but the lens is one solid lens. And then that grudge racing car, you know, that 13-second grudge racing car is back over here. Look at that frame, y'all. A little bit of music playing. I don't know if that's gonna get on there. I'm trying to talk over it. So, booyah, look at that, getting all bolted up so that way it can go back under the car. You got the tubs. Boom, look at that. Full tub. They're not finished. They're not finished. But look at that. Woo! Man. Bam. All right, y'all, let me slide out of here because, you know, that music's playing. I don't want it to copyright. Or I can't get my video monetized. But y'all seen it before. It's not that dirty this time. And 24's on there. Boom. Alright, well, I don't know. Really don't have too much else going on. But we can say that Jordan actually, where'd you get that creeper, Jordan? From Mike?
Yep.
You're using MSC race cars creeper? Yep. Oh man, you gotta be breaking some type of law right there. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
They call me Outlaw Jordan.
Outlaw Jordan, you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
Cause it doesn't matter what they say, right?
I don't feed that bullshit. Anybody tell you that?
Sideways Production, you heard him.
Press that shit one time.
You're trying to get a pedal so you can drive it. But yeah, trying to hit this 24-minute mark. I don't know if I'm gonna hit that 24-minute mark. I ain't got shit else to talk about. And that motherfucker's like, you need to get the fuck to work.
We gotta start doing that. Gotta start doing rah talk.
Rah-rah. I don't do no rah-rah talk.
Hold it.
All shit is sitting right here. It don't run.
Yeah,
So I can't do no rah-rah talk about. Nah. Ain't no red light shit happening either because I ain't got no driver's license. So I can't even do that. You know?
That's the only reason you need a driver's license.
Hey, if I was suspended, I'd be fine. I'd drive. But being revoked is a different story. That's a 2-year. That's a 2-year minimum or 3-year minimum sentence, and that'd be my 4th bid. I ain't got time for that.
Hit it.
You're on the brakes.
I'm fucking, dude. I'm on the floor. Like, I'm on the, dude. I'm trying to.
Well, the only thing I think that proportioning valve, maybe the pin popped on it.
Dude, I hear this.
Maybe the pin popped out and it's not allowing no pressure to go to the back. So Jordan, you might want to try the vacuum to the back and just, let it fucking use the compressor and see if it's gonna, or crack that right bleeder open. You've had fluid come out or no? Then what the fuck? I don't know.
It's like it has brakes, but obviously the back tire is still fucking full. That's
Hold it like 3 times, David. Hold that bitch.
Is there any, it stops it a little bit. Is there any shoe left inside that drum? I don't know. I do not
We
know.
are not professionals with stock brakes.
Stock brakes?
Bullshit.
All right, y'all. Bankroll 10. Bat it up. Let me get the paint in this rear end. But yes, we did wipe this thing down. And I got to get that thing on the lift next and get that rear end narrowed up. And the control arms and all that shit put on it and the coilovers put in it. Because, and to the owner of this car, if you watch the videos, I apologize. It's on me that it's not done yet. And back to Chris, it's on me. And I'm sorry for that, but I'm on it. I'm buttoning up this Landau and putting this on there. The Bonneville is obviously way more tore apart, and then obviously this thing does not roll at all, but this is going on there next to get this rear end done so we can get it back to the tree car headquarters, Chris, so they can finish it up for you. Again, I apologize. My bad is all I can say. I didn't purposely try not to get it done, not getting it done. A lot of people have been asking about these wheels, these rallies, if you want to sell them. So, I don't know. If you want to sell them, you got a price or whatever. But all right, y'all. Bankroll 10, bat it up. Bam. Them 28s. Bam. That fabricated work of that rear end. All that is my fabrication. All that is my cleanup. All that is that's my bend to that bar. You can see the pictures of it on IG. The bar was straight. I bent it with my little manual bender right there, and how I measured it, it was 3 1/4 from the bottom of the ram to the line that's on there, that with super drop boxes, boom, and then boom. So if you just put the bar in there, you mark your center, figure out where your center's at. That's 36.5 inches is what I started with, and then I cut both sides down, I think about 1/2 inch. So 36 inches, 36.5 inches is what I started with. So I think it comes out to really like 30, depending on where you put your boxes. Because these are as far in, and you can see I put the coilover brackets on a little bit of an angle. And then when I put the coilover in the top of the car, I'll have it on just a little bit of an angle. Boom, boom. So they don't have to be perfectly straight up and down. They don't have to be perfectly straight up and down front to back either. And everybody that takes G-bodies and stuff like that, and they put the bar cross brace. When you put the bar in the middle, like on a G-body, you put it in the middle and you go across, and then you run the tabs off the back. G-bodies have tons of room to put the bar as far back as you can. Then you can run off the front of the bar with the tabs. But this way, if you go this way with a G-body, more forward, that's as far back as you can go on a box edge. and then you come off the back of it. But on a G-body, you end up with the upper part of the rear end wanting to hit that if you're trying to tuck. I mean, it still comes in the same spot right here. This one is I'm gonna tuck the shit out of it. And hopefully the anti-roll, I can get it to go as far back as possible. And the cover, being a 7.5, the cover will clear being tucked. And then the pictures of seeing this thing as tucked as it was. It still had the travel distance right here of the housing, you know, so it won't hit right here. But if it does, I'll be able to go back through and notch that, but that would most likely be later. But anyways, I'm just rambling. All right, y'all. Bankroll Town. Battered up. I'm out. Appreciate y'all. What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Town battered up. What is that y'all seeing out there? Oh, shit. What's going on? All right, give me a minute. I'll walk out there so y'all can check that thing out again on another page. But anyways, uh-oh. Look at that fat ass lip. It's still sitting there. Bonneville, not touched. But look what we got going on here, y'all. Y'all can already see the business underneath that. Anybody that's on my IG, seen the little IG clip I put up. Oh yeah. The rear end is up underneath there. The control arms are in it. The tubs are in it. The upper control arms are in it. Oh, remember what I was saying about these backing plates? Well, I went and ground it, and I ground the wrong side to fit that little lip I was talking about on the housing end. And I didn't do it just once, I did it twice, which whatever, that's behind here, nobody sees it. Like I said, I cut off the e-brake stuff, take off that little thing, whatever. You don't need none of that stuff. As you can see here, the rotor will be about a 1/2 inch from the frame. If I have to space the wheel out a little bit, 1/2 inch or whatever, I can do that. Boom. Like I said, I wanted this to be in as far as possible. I got it in as far as possible. But yeah, so as you can see, the rear end all fabbed up, all painted up, all up in there. And then here, look at this side. So look at the backing plate area to the frame. That's a rough eyeball set right now. But you can see, I'll have a little bit of wiggle room to set the wheels, you know, the adjustments, but everything came out good. This upper control arm is the same length as that one. This lower is the same length as that one. And the pinion angle right now, so if we look at it from the side, a little bit of a positive pinion angle right now, but the distance from the center of here to here, I still haven't measured that. It's gonna go back some. Gotta get the anti-roll up in there. I never scuff that. I gotta scuff that to get the little, you know, that shit out of there. I never scuffed it, and I don't think I ever put paint over it. That's how it dried. But I'm gonna get to that. So I'm here. It's Saturday. Got this shit together. I'm gonna get it together the rest of the way. The anti-roll needs to be welded up in there, and the upper coilover mounts need to be welded up in there. So once I mark everything, I'll grind off the area of that paint where the brackets need to go. A little divot right there. It's not, it looks way worse on camera than that, but it's still full notch. But I'll get that in there. I gotta get the uppers tightened to the housing and uppers tightened to the car side. The car side is tightened there. This can be loose, it's 1/2 inch. Like I said, that's 9/16. The top ones are 9/16 in the car side, 1/2 inch on the ear side. Boom, but I gotta tighten them up so that way it's not a false reading of the measurement. But yeah, same drive shaft, which is standing up over there. I'll scuff it up and paint it. I got another can of paint here, I think, somewhere. Go over here and turn these lights on. So tomorrow, Sunday, I got plans with the family for Sunday into Monday. So I'm gonna try to get as much done on this thing. I know that's the same thing I've been saying. But I gotta get as much done on this thing as possible. So before I set it down again to today, I'll adjust the coilovers up. The measurement that it is right now is probably only like an inch and a quarter maybe. But I know normally with these cars, the space that goes in between here is almost 3 inches. So I got the anti-seize on there. There's not too much metal shavings in there, so it'll slide up. I'll adjust these up. I'll take these stubbers back off. I normally have these stubbers off just so I can get the wrench in there. Then when I'm done, I put them back in. Some cars I have forgot to put them back in. Snook's Dunk sitting out there right now. I know when it was at the track, it yanked the front end up hard as hell, and I don't think I have rubber bump stops in the upper control arms. So that would have helped that car take off way better, which I mean, it still took off good. So yeah, I'm up in here getting this. Hoping Jordan is coming to get the Chevelle. He left his Tahoe or whatever it is here last night. So hopefully he's coming to do that. I'm gonna get this up on this lift. I'm gonna get that all situated. Let's see, we done pulled up now. Oh, the wife and the baby. There's Snooky. Look at that guy. Y'all know that guy? What's he doing over here? What's he doing over here? 7 inch lift. 26 by 9, 10 overall.
I thought it was a 28.
No, 26. Boom. You guys already seen it. You guys already seen it. Let's go over here and figure out what's going on. Babe, you gotta kill that. Babe.
I'm taking her swimming.
I know, but I'm trying to go out there.
We'll get something by Stone. Oh, come on.
What do you mean you'll get something by Stone?
She's got her,
Shorts and a t-shirt, she'll be fine.
yeah, Nikki's got shit. Nikki's got one girl.
Damn it, I didn't go pick up lug nuts. I've grabbed lug nuts I don't know how many times for these because the backs are the 1/2 inch by 20 open, and I don't have any 1/2 inch by 20s in house, but I had them for this car plenty of times because obviously the car's taking me a minute to do, and that's what I forgot about till right now. And then she could have actually stopped and got them before coming here. I'll call my kids, see what my kids are doing. But all right, let me walk out here to the Dizon 71. I don't know if y'all seen that show and go. It's the first time the car ever went down the track. 28, 7 inch lift. This car, fully frame notched on the front, all the suspension by me. The rear end was built by my brother, Mike, MSE Race Cars. The bracing that's underneath the back of this car was my brother, Mike, MSE Race Cars. I know people like to joke about stuff, but it was in my shop. We did the full suspension on this car. The skirts, I did not do. I do believe that Playboy did the skirts. They put them on there, which I would have went and put them on at Isaac's shop or whatever. Bowtie Performance, or if Snook would have came back by here, I would have put them on. But you know, they call, and then they never show up. So when I'm busy working, I can't answer my phone. And you know, I'll be busy working some of the time. Keep it 100. Yes, I could get a lot more done if I'd focus on just working, but I like showing all this shit. I like doing the videos. It relaxes me a little bit. Gives me a little more motivation to do some shit. So anyways, the problem that he's having right now is when I did this badass frame notch on this car. Let me get on this hot ass ground. Oh. Okay, so see the frame notch, boom. But the inner wheel wells were not in the car when I did the car. So here's what's going on here. I'll get this up here. All right, so here's the inner wheel well. But look, so if it could just get pinned back somehow, a bracket made or something, it would help. But look, there's no bolts. No bolts. Why didn't they put the bolts in it? Why? But then how I finished the whole inside of the car in there. Damn, if I can get the camera up in there. If you guys look back at some of my older videos of this car, you'll see I took a lot of time on this frame notch to make this frame notch real nice. Oh. So that's what it is when he's driving and, you know, turning the steering wheel, and it's rubbing right there and it's vibrating it because, as you can see, there was no bolts. So these inner wheel wells are trimmed. Like you can see this one right here, the tire is touching it. But look, well, this one, yeah, it moves. So it needs to be locked back somehow or trimmed up. But you can see how these wheel inners are cut for the turbos and all that. And then see, look, the brakes is still down there. Very, very, look at that, the chrome. Damn it, I need to be watching the screen. You see the chrome, how I rolled it around the fender after I made the cut and moved the chrome forward. The driver's side was worse than the passenger side. But yeah, them big ass motherfucking brakes. Big ass brakes. The coils in the front of this, the coilovers Viking with a 550 spring. Cotter keys are all in there. My little notch out to the frame, but it looks like I left a little weld spot right there. Most likely where I put the ground. I didn't clean it up. Look at that. I admit when I do some goofy shit. You see my ball joint setup? That's my ball joint setup. I never painted it. I was gonna paint it, but it hasn't rusted for shit. But that brings the ball joint location down, gives you upper control arm clearance, so the upper control arm ain't banging on the frame. Got them QA1 arms. Everybody before was like, man, how you get them arms? You know, they don't offer it for dunk. You know, they don't offer it for dunk. It's the same as box Chevy, y'all. Same control arms as box Chevy. And same control arms for a 70 Camaro up to an 81 Camaro. Front control arms, exact same. Corrects the ball joint geometry. That the upper ball joint is a little bit farther back than the lower, so the lower is a little bit farther forward. These cars come from the factory opposite way. Upper ball joint farther forward, lower ball joint farther back, which is a horrible ass design. Anybody can look it up online. GM did a horrible ass fucking front suspension geometry setup back then of ball joint locations. QA1 has the most technology, the most experience, the years, all that shit on their arms. Now they have a book that says for dunks, meaning 71 to 76. So this car now with the control arms, this is the one that takes the plate and the ball joint like that. But for this car with the 28s, you would get the Pro Touring upper control arm because it will give you the longer ball joint. And then as for the spindles being a dunk spindle, you got to be careful with how the ball joint goes into the spindle because of the taper of it. If you use, it might not go far enough in, and then you got to use a reamer bit, but that's if you change to a Capri spindle. The dunk spindle has a bigger ball joint hole in it, upper and lower. So if anybody runs into that problem, you can buy a tapered drill bit for it's tapered, so that way you can drill it down in there. So you would take and you would make a mark how deep you want to go, and you just go that deep, and then make sure the ball joint goes in there, and you only want threads to stick out that little bit. As long as there's no space at the top of the ball joint going into the spindle, if it's not wobbling, drill it just a little bit more till it seats. Don't drill too far, because then you lower the ball joint in there. And if you drill the right side different than the driver's side, the upper control arm will sit lower, which will change your alignment, and one side would need more shims than the other side. And with the newer style control arms, the upper shaft is not adjustable. These control arms, the upper shaft can be flipped where it pushes the ball joint out more or in more, like stock and then advanced, Pro Touring, whatever they wanted to call it back then. But yeah, that 9-inch, that's all up in here, and the frame bracing. Let's go up underneath here. So the turbo piping, but See the frame bracing? That a bar cross member, that's what that bar is called. Then it's tied into the lower mount. Boom. And then it's tied in to the upper tray too. See? Boom. I'm trying to get it. This ground is hot as shit. Ugh. This side we've got something on the rim, which looks like pieces of rubber, which might be the tire hitting. Oh, you know what? It's probably just rubber from the burnouts. Like right here, look. Yeah. So, this one, let's see. We got 10-inch. 10-inch coilovers. And it's crushed down a lot, which he said this thing rides beautiful compared to the box. But the box has got the stock mount set up where the shock is still in front of the rear end. So these boxes right here, the older style boxes, we don't use these no more. We use the super drops. These are more square. Housing, bracing, all that shit. Boom. Dunk with fucking full exhaust, twin turbo, and it's got cutouts up there so you can make it louder. I was probably just blocking the speakers, so y'all probably couldn't hear that. But, bam. Boy, I'm only at 15 minutes on this video, and feels like I've been doing it for an hour. Oh, air tank down there, beautiful ass interior. So, but I'm gonna see what I can do for him real fast on these front and rear wells, or at least tell him what the business is. But you know, obviously with him in there, brings it down a little more. But if this gets pressed back some, which I can't see if the bolts are in that side. Man, y'all can hear Snook all the way over here. He over there, kill them all. There's that badass big block Chevelle right there. That 70. That 70 right there. Woo! That bitch would kick some ass. See how much the back tire is fatter than the front tire? Yeah, I put that one on video the other day. It's nice, sounds fucking killer. Oh, I'm gonna have to give Jordan a call, see what's going on, so he can pick up Cooley's car and get that ass shot again. How wide them tires are, because that's 24 by 11, 12 inches overall. You see them coilovers? See that bracing on that rear end? MSC race cars, MSC. Again, all I did was alignment. All I did was alignment. Jordan drove the car yesterday, up and down the street. He said, car went straight. Steering wheel, like I was saying before, just a little bit to the right. That's showing one of these tie rods on this side. In the adjuster, one side's in a little bit farther than the other, but who knows if they squared up that steering wheel, whoever put that steering wheel on there. There's the Monte Carlo still sitting there, a little dirty. It changes every time I back it up. It pulls the front end down. Every time I pull it forward, it pulls the front end up. But that one will be getting done shortly. Shortly. It's like a car show over here. Like a car show, huh? Yeah. That dunk. See if I can use this. Yeah, look at that. I have to make that the cover shot right there. The thumbnail. Should draw some attention, huh? Look at Big Lou just over there sitting down here. Let's zoom in on his ass.
I promise you that.
Hey Lou, where them 13-second cars at, bro?
Hey,
Where them grudge cars at? Them 13s.
I thought it was motherfucking masquerade.
I ain't never had a fast car come out of my shop, so, you know, fuck it. I can't be talking that. I can't be talking that. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna get back to this thing. Boom. It's looking good. Let's get some shiny parts on there. So that way, hopefully everything else works. Everything that I thought I was gonna run into looks like it's gonna be fine. Put the backing plates on there, then brand new grade 8 bolts with the lock washer. 3/8, boom, boom, boom. That's all on there. I gotta put the bearings and all that shit in there, but I'm gonna get the rear end exactly where I want it. And then I'm gonna put the coilovers on here. Like I said, clean up there. Get the tabs up there where I want them. And tack it in. And I can get that out the way. Then I can get the anti-roll up there. And yeah, I can get the anti-roll up there. See how that fits. And fully weld that stuff up. I haven't even checked. Like I said, I haven't checked that distance to see where it's at. So it being the 28 and I want the 1/2 inch to be right there. I already set it underneath the car with it down. Oh, I gotta trim the lip too yet. So, but I'll check that after I get the car to set down. Once I get the car to set down, then that'll probably be one of the last things to do. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna jump. What up? Bankroll 10 bedded up. Look at this. It's Malibu City around this motherfucker. And they're all 79s. The blue one's a 79, the white one's a 79, this one's a 79. But this one got that big ass W underneath that motherfucking hood. It's not just for Whipple either. Call for whooping your motherfucking ass. What y'all like it? Boom. I know some people are commenting about the maroon interior with the gold and this yellow and oh it don't go and this and that. Yeah, okay. It's different. The man's different. The car's different. It sticks out. Everybody knows it. Boom. Clean. This car, as you can see, got the metal bumper and it's got the fiberglass undervalance. So that's 2 different pieces. Now there's cars out there that have the full 1-piece fiberglass bumper with the undervalance built together. Then you have the fiberglass bumper and the fiberglass undervalance. Then you have the undervalance that don't come up that high, the shorter one. There's a lot of different undervalances out there. My car, that Chevy over there hiding, will have this setup on there. Yes, a Malibu nose on the front of my Chevy. I know somebody's gonna take my idea now. But yes, this is the one with the 9-inch I fabbed up on the bench with the badass brackets, all that. We had to adjust some things on the car, but y'all seen it. Y'all know whose car this is. This car be getting it. You see that plate? Oh, man, it sounds so mean. You know why it sounds mean? Because it is mean. Boom. He got rubber on the quarter panels. Damn. He be having lift off. He be taking off. Anyways, just so y'all don't get confused, where you at? Where is that? First time I got footage of the car was always at somebody else's shop when I did whatever. And I didn't want to get footage at somebody else's shop, or other shops. But them big cat wheels, boom. The car's nice, real nice. Clean, solid car. Well put together. And you know, the owner is one of them hands-on guys. He don't just talk, he is hands-on. But yeah. Let me see if I slide my happy ass up underneath here. Got the aluminum coilover brackets. Got the double mounts on it. It's got the double adjustables. It's got the anti-roll. And again, all I did was the rear end setup. We had to do 50 measurements on getting rotors to clear the frame rails and stuff like that. And the fat cap wheel sits out a little bit more than a regular cab wheel. So then we had to narrow it to fit the fat cat wheel up underneath there. But So, got them big ass brakes on there. Clock the ends down so the caliper would sit down there, so that way the caliper wouldn't smack the frame. The car is frame notched and all that, but that was done at Lawless. I didn't do the frame notching. But yeah, this thing is a beautiful, beautiful car. He says he's selling it, but I don't know. I think he full of shit on that one, but I don't know. He's standing over there laughing his ass off. Look at that original interior in there looking all nice. He took the steering wheel off, I don't know why. But anyways, the maroon interior, boom. The car. What's the color? You don't know? Oh, you know, but you ain't telling. Oh, he ain't telling the color. He ain't telling the color. Here, so y'all can get a, look at that. Look how deep that flake is. Y'all seen it. Y'all know it. And you see that? Look. He can ride with the windows up. AC. AC, y'all. All that power. He makes so much power, he went and put the bigger pulley back on it because it was making too much power. Got that cool can right there. Got the overflow. Got that big ass radiator. Keep it nice and cool. Got them big tube headers. Ain't no little grill headers right there. Big tube headers. Got that real alternator set up. Boom, boom, boom. Double fans with the nice aluminum shroud. The right way. The right way. I got a Mexican standing behind me. He think he's smart. Yeah, he is a Mexican though. Anyway. Back on 10, bet it up. I was trying to get on the Landau today to get them get that frame rail all finished up. So I guess that's for tomorrow. I'll have the Pontiac on that lift. Right there. I'm sweating, I'm hot, it's muggy out. Almost tripped in the oil earlier. I gotta get this situated so I can bolt the wheels on the back, do some measurements so I can order the length of the axle. I have to do that to order what axle I want in the back of this car. Basically, rule of thumb, 7-inch lip on a dunk, 2.5, boom. If you go a little bit narrower, you can always bring the wheel out. If you don't go narrow enough, you can't always take the wheel in. So, look at that. Heard the fan turn on. I thought it was whistling at me or something. Why the fan on, bro? Look at it. He over there hiding. Look at that. He over there hiding. Did some adjusting. He's gonna go ahead and roll out. Hey, TK, 3. You got too many people around here and stuff like that. You gotta do it in the street. If I can zoom this thing in for you. But I mean, everybody's seen the car and everybody knows, but I don't know how to zoom it in. Ooh, look at that, one of them smart drivers. He gonna back it up. Whipple, huh? have no idea if he's gonna come back. He probably gone. He gone for the day. Let's go out here and see. Let's go out here and see what he did to the street. Let's see if it was getting posy all the way down there. Let's check some tire pressure. Let's see. So as we can see, we got a locker in there, so the road is dusty, but you can see it was getting it the whole way. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, bet it up. We over here, we kicking it. And yeah, I'm out. Bankroll Tim, bet it up. Appreciate y'all. What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim, bet it up. Look at this killer right here. I know y'all seen it. I know y'all seen it, but look. Oh, what's that back tire? Woo! This is killer ass Malibu. I know it's windy out here, but it's from Aurora. Got an LS in it. Got a little bit of power. A couple people had their hands on it. But how y'all like that shit? How y'all like that shit? Not completely finished. I just did a toe in and toe out alignment on it, on my alignment plates today. So now the car, when you pull forward, the wheel stays straight up. You pull backwards, the wheel stays straight up. There's a little adjustments here and there, but what is it? A 70? It's a 78 or 79, I think. Well, the front tells you it's a 78 or 79. What the back tail lights are saying 79, so I think it is a 79. But this 24-inch Ford Giotto, got that lip on the back, got that 9-inch, got the cage in it. Yeah, y'all see. Boom. Car's been in the works for like a year and a half now or something. It is a true lime down. But yeah, she raw business. Y'all let me know what you think. I know you're probably gonna see it on everybody else's channel too. But the undervalance he's gonna have redone so it goes to the fenders the right way. But something later on. I think they're going to what race you going to? Georgia. They going to Georgia this weekend, so car got ready so that way it can go on the trailer. Got to get cleaned up and rolling. I would show you under the hood, but I'm not sure if he wants me to show under the hood. It probably doesn't matter, but try to have a little bit of respect, you know. But yeah, y'all, this thing is raw. This thing is raw. Frame notched, all frame braced. Crazy Eddie and Joliet. Frame's powder coated. I think the front end is like TRZ or something. Got the stub on it. Yeah. So there you are. Little quick video for today. It should make some passes. We'll see what's going on. I won't be there. I got work to do. But all right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, bet it up. I'm out. What up? What up? What up? Bankroll Tim, bet it up. Brought the 442 across the street. Had them wet it up real fast. I tried to go to the gas station one last night, and the driver's door didn't seal up too good, so I didn't want to get the inside of the man's car soaked. So brought it across the street here. I know you guys are watching my videos. You see it in the background. They be detailing the cars over here like a motherfucker. So brought it over here. As you can see, she clean. She had just that little bit of dust on it where it got underneath the plastic, and a couple days that I didn't have it covered. But this baby got full turn. Went to the gas station, put a full tank of fuel in it. Dude said he only's gonna put 212s and an amp back there, so really ain't gonna squat it much more than that. But it took what, 13 gallons of fuel, and it still rides exactly the same as it did when it went to the gas station. But you can see she's looking good. She's looking real good. Yeah, it's got that nice little tuck on there, you know. I mean, I don't see why you need more tuck than that. Wheels up underneath there. And again, no tubs. This car is not mini tubbed. I had to finesse the back part of the tub on that side and finesse the tub on that side just a little bit, but I centered the wheel up and the wheel well pretty good to where if I would have went farther more, I would have had to finesse the tub, you know, inside there more. And if I would have went back more, which you wouldn't know because you wouldn't want the wheel back that far. But as you can see, that wheel is in a nice spot. The calipers clear the frame. There's no narrow to this car. I think the lip is like a 5-inch lip, but this car you could put a 7-inch lip on it, just like excuse me, just like Kevin's car, the gold Cutlass I did a couple weeks ago, and the black 442. The black 442 is actually narrowed with a 7 or 8-inch lip on it. So this car here, all you'd have to do is narrow it and clock the end for the caliper to go down, and 7-inch lip will go right on this car, and the wheel would sit in the same spot because the width of the wheel is the same width. A lot of guys don't understand that. So when you're putting 24s on G bodies, as long as you keep that wheel as skinny as possible in the back, you just need a quarter rail notch and a little tub work. You don't need to fully mini tub it. So these places that are telling you, oh, got a mini tub, oh, got to do this, oh, got to do that, I don't do all that. Meaning I can do all that, but there's just no point in it. Perfect tuck right there. Anti-roll, ties the back of the car together side to side, and that allows the ass end to go straight up, straight down. Doesn't lean, so the tire don't get up in there and rub the outer tub. But yeah, it's like I said, it's got a small block Chevy in it. I noticed before the door is a little off, so I think the door needs to be realigned. But I see stuff like that where anybody else don't see anything like that. Trim the fenders that little bit, which you can see, you know, it doesn't look all gaudy like it's hacked off, you know, too much forward. This tire's a fatter tire, like I said. That's all I was saying on the rims. When you look at that tire, same tire as the back, front rim's a little skinnier, so it's squared up. Then if you look at the back, you can see that the tire is in a little more because the rim is fatter, so you know it stretches it. So the front of this car, if you wanted to do this style like this, you go with a 255/25/24, which is a way smaller tire, and it would keep you from having to cut the fender as much, and it would clear more, and you could ride a little bit lower on the front. Still would need a sport steering, stuff like that. This one I ended up putting 3 shims, 2 fat shims and a thin shim on the upper part of the back control arm to degree it back. So with it being degreed back, alright, so with degreeing the spindle back like this, moves the wheel back, and then when it turns it gives it a sport steering, so it tucks and misses the cuts. That's why you'll see my cars don't have big nasty cuts like other people's cars. Does not touch nowhere near back there at all. It's a beautiful car. Loved working on it. Dude was supposed to pick it up today after 6, but just hit me up and said he can't get it until Friday at about 10 in the morning. And I normally don't get to the shop till about 12, 2 o'clock, so anyways. But there it is, 442 G body, all hooked up. Coilovers, front and back. QA1 control arms, front. Trick chassis rear, double adjustable control arms. Trick chassis rear anti-roll bar. And it's all set up. Custom. It's all custom. I'm not a parts changer, and if I do change something as a parts changer, I do it custom. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, bat it up. There it is. She done. She about to go bye-bye. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. What up? What up? What up? Bankroll Tim, bet it up. Got that GN sitting on the floor. Them 26s, that 9-inch lip. Front suspension is completely done. Like I said, the car is going to get a motor and everything in it. Get some body work and stuff done, changing the roof, something, a whole bunch of other things that got to be done to the car. But car is set. Boom. This is not a ladder bar setup car. If everybody's paid attention to the videos, this car is basically a stock triangulated 4-link setup underneath there. But I forget the rear end measurement to get it all the way out like that. But I got a 1/2-inch space around there and a 1/4-inch space around there to represent the rotor. You can kind of see back to there. Somebody else is gonna put the tubs in and everything. This car's been here too long. Dude just wants the car back. He's got a metal guy that does all this metal work. That's been doing all the metal work to the car. So he should have no problem putting the tubs in it. Everything else that's going on with it. But whatever. But them 9-inch slips sitting right up underneath there. Nice. All the body work, you know, all that shit's got to be done. But it is ready to be picked up. The front, of course, is sitting up higher right now. The fenders are barely bolted on the car. That's how it came. But anyways, the height of the front will change, obviously. Once the motor goes in there, then the front will set down. So the front will come down a little bit. The springs have no adjustment to them right now. They're all the way down. I did put a 550 front spring in it. So depending on the motor setup, I may need later to change it to a 450 or maybe a 500, but I'm pretty sure the 550 will be perfect for when the motor goes in there. LS, whatever, you know, and everything being bolted on the car, you know, the bumpers, the header panel, the hood, the windshield, you know, there's a lot of weight that's not on the car right now that will be on the car later. So then once the motor and all that stuff gets in it, the cross member, like I said, is removable to where the trans mount area can be welded to it. It can be changed. So whoever he has doing the motor, once that goes in, like I said, they could either change that or I could change it later. But now the car is at a stage where the car can go over to wherever, get some more metal work done. Car can go over, get some other work done over there, get the motor work done. You know, maybe they can etch the car out, paint it, you know, etch it all out to where the very last thing to do would be to paint the outside. They can get the doors hung on it, all that, you know. A lot that can be done. It's just easier. It's an easier process. So that way I got so much going on that I gotta, you know, I gotta get on the 81. I gotta finish up the 442. I gotta keep the bills paid. I'm one guy in the shop doing all this. The rear frame, yes, was done by my brother. 2x3 custom back frame. There ain't no frame kit that was bought. You can see through the wheel. Ain't no frame kit that was bought and put in the car. We keep as much metal in the car as possible. You guys out there doing these ladder bar setup. A ladder bar, you know, hooks to the rear end and comes forward through here. And then the ladder bar cross member is way up here. So they're cutting into the floor pan there. You can't get the cars to sit that low. You guys forget, I do this. So I pay attention to all those other builds out there. Guys having bars here and there and running here and running there. It's like they've never seen an actual race car being built to see how the tube should go and how everything should connect and meet up and how everything's fitted. But anyways, I'm not trying to sound all cocky or nothing, but I do kind of feel that Customs has never gotten the true recognition and respect that, you know, it deserves. We deserve. But anyways, besides all that, Bankroll Tim, Bedded Up Customs, GN, 26s, 9-inch lip. It's a 26 by 12. It's 13 inches overall. The front wheel is 26 by 10, 26 by 9. It could have used a smaller tire on the front, but 26s get into where I guess they don't really have a smaller tire. You know, like 28's got the 255, 25, and you keep those like on a 9-inch wide rim, which is 11, and it sits on there pretty good. But we need more tire sizes out there, smaller tire sizes. 24s have the 255, 25, but a 26 doesn't have it. Unless somebody does make them yet, and if they do, let me know. But you see how the back is like stretched down there, but the front is like square down there. So if the front had a little look like the back, it would look, you know, better. Front looks meaty, the back looks skinny. I think you get what I'm saying. But all right, y'all, that's it for the Regal. Let them know it's ready to go. And a lot of people are asking about the roof. I guess the roof, I don't know, it's off center or something. So they actually have why that tape is on there is because they actually have a whole nother roof going on the car. Something like that. Like I said, there's a lot more metal work that needs to be done to the car. I do not do body work. I do not do roofs, sunroofs, none of that. But all right, y'all. Bankroll Tim. Fat ass lips. Bedded Up Customs. Appreciate y'all. And I'm out.